What's good, everybody? It's Amon-Rellik, the God Slayer. We are at the final day, and we are here to knock out this fight. We've come a long way. The story has took some twists and turns. Again, there's some holes in the story, but for the most part, the story's been okay. It's been decent. Let's get it, boys. Let's get it.
You will never reach it. Will never reach the deliverance you seek.
Our hunt ends this day. There is nowhere you can flee that we cannot follow.
Even stars must die. Utterly futile. Your suffering is at an end. This is a kindness. All of us have known despair. We have seen the end. The same end. Again and again.
Oh, God.
A sorrow so deep only emptiness remains. Tis so lonely between
Oh, God, I died. No!
We have seen the end. The same end. Again and again.
Oh! Ah, I couldn't get it out of it. This is wild.
If there is no happiness in life, there is only one place it may be found. no matter. You only delay the inevitable. This is fate. Your time has come. It always does. What is this?
What?
Defiance? No. The hatred, the pain, the loss. We cannot suffer it again.
We will stand against fate.
No matter the cost.
We've been here before. Many a time.
Thus do we know.
To never give up.
The hope will shine again.
What we saw. What I saw. This can only end in misery and desolation. No life, no star, nor the universe itself. None should hope for better.
Yeah, boy.
If this was not the answer, then what is it? Where lies happiness?
We did it, boys and girls. We had one death, but that was because I just didn't know. I didn't know this fight, so I knew I was gonna probably die at least once. And I had no idea how this fight was gonna go. But pretty dope. Let's go.
No matter where we flew, there was only darkness and loneliness and pain. We couldn't find the answers Hermes yearned for. The answers he deserved. Greetings, you who are my final encounter. I wish to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends? Yes, I can see them. The memories of a long, long journey. So many people. The thoughts of them overflowing in your heart. What they live for. What gives their lives meaning? There was never a single answer.
My brave little spark, how long you've wandered,
You gather pieces of happiness, precious and fragile, only to lose them, then start again. On and on it goes, until death takes you into its gentle embrace. That which Hermes sent us to find was there all this time, on Atheris.
We created it together.
Like a field of flowers, perhaps. At first a single blossom. It spreads and takes on more colors. Thank you for guiding me here. To find these words at journey's end fills me with joy. And so, before I fall forever silent, there is one thing I must do. No expression of regret will undo what my sisters and I have done, or restore what we have stolen. But if you would allow it, I would sing one last song. A song of the newfound joy that swells in my heart. Of the beauty of light when it shines across a dark and starless sea. Of a dream that from the soil of worlds now lost to sorrow, life will spring forth once more, nourished by gentle rains and caressed by uplifting winds, a song of hope. One day, life will fill the universe again, and Hermes will see this and smile. How, I do not know. But I do know that where there is a will, there is a way. After all, miracles happen every day, do they not? I will create a path back to your ship, where your dear friends await. Hold in your heart your desire to return to them, then follow my lead and walk forth. That hope will surely guide you true.
You mean to return to the world where you are hailed as a hero.
Are you finally gonna look at this 1v1? We finally gonna get this 1v1?
Hear me then. Not as a hero, but as simply you. As I learned in Alamigo, you are a formidable foe. Stronger than any I have faced. Against you, I need bring my all to bear. I need burn through the candle of my life. This is the sole pleasure I know. And it is the sole pleasure I have to share. And so I come before you to issue challenge and offer singular bliss. If you wish to walk away, I will not stop you. You value life. You do not burn yours save for reasons you deem worthy. Reasons such as those which brought you here. The salvation of a world and its people. The motives of a hero true. But there is more to you than that. You know this to be true. As surely as you know the thrill of pushing your body and soul to their limits. Of confronting ever mightier foes, dancing ever closer to the precipice, wondering if this will be the one to finally fill the void. Such pleasures you seek for their own sake, and no other reason. Is this not so, adventurer?
That I can't deny.
Ha! Acceptance! At long last! The conflagration of our clash will scorch even the stars.
Let's go, Xenos!
Come! Hold nothing back! Push yourself to your limit and me to mine! Ha! Still fighting you, I see. Show me your vaunted fortitude. Soon you will know the full extent of my power. Mine for the taking! Mine for the taking! A test of your reflexes! A test of your reflexes! Mine for the taking! A test of your reflexes! test of your reflexes. Mine for the taking! Ugh. Ah, my soul! How it burns! I know you feel it too. The inferno swelling within you. Come! Let all creation be consumed by our ravenous fervor! I have you! Ah! Do not tell me your life's fire is already spent. Yes! Yes! Rise once more! It mustn't end yet! Mine for the taking! I have you! A test of your reflexes! Show me your vaunted fortitude! A test of your reflexes! I have you! Mine for the taking! Mine for the taking! I have you! A test of your reflexes! Ah! No, not yet. Not until the last of me is spent. There! Now fall!
God damn, Zeno. Shit.
This is my moment! Our moment! Ugh.
Boy! Boy, what? Boy, that battle hype as shit. That battle was hype as fuck.
That I should lose again. How disappointing. Never have I understood those around me, understood their obsessions. Besieged by their banality, the world is a mire of tedium and trivialities. But in these fleeting moments, there is a spark, blinding, brilliant. Gone too soon. What of you, my mirror, born into this world, bestowed name, bid to seek out strife and adventure? Was this life a gift or a burden? Did you find fulfillment?
Can you hear him? Safe. Must tend to... Open your... Please.
Someone, and
Please.
you can't leave us. Not like this. If you do, I'll never forgive you. So come on. Open your eyes and get up.
Are you with us? Oh, thank the heavens. For a moment we thought...
Is everyone all right?
After what you've done, you're the last person to be asking that. You... How can you keep your promise if you're not here?
Another fine show you've put on, my friend.
A fine show indeed. What were you thinking? Fighting alone? Never do that again. My poor heart couldn't bear it.
Put yourself in our place. If you hadn't returned, how do you think we would feel? And if that sounds harsh, it's because we care.
We tended to thy wounds as best we could. But how is the pain? That is gladdening. Grievous as thine injuries were, however, I would counsel repose for a time.
Gladdening! There's nothing gladdening about this! When Meteion appeared in here and told us that you were right behind her, we all got our hopes up. But you never came! And when you finally deigned to appear, you're within an ilm of your life! Damn you! Damn you for making us worry!
Oh, those were cries of celebration! Anyway, well, the important thing is that you're all alive and in reasonably good health, and we mean to get you back that way. As for your earlier request, I'm quite certain we're in range to make contact now.
Ah, excellent. Let us announce our return at once. I hope you're ready.
While you were unconscious, we set out from Ultima Thule, you see. Can you stand? If so, you may wish to see what's outside. We're home, my friend. We're home.
Is that? It is! It's the Ragnarok! They're back!
Thank heavens. Truly.
They've done it!
Welcome home.
Yes! Ah.
Welcome home, everyone!
That was a good ending to it. I'm glad they I'm glad they ended it off with a 1v1 with Xenos, cause Xenos needed to have that 1v1, man. I'm glad they let us have that 1v1 with him. It was dope. That moon breeder, just hug. That was good. That was good. Xenos was strong as hell, dude. Like, I don't like. Like, his strength makes me think that he actually probably could have soloed Meteon himself. Like, the kind of strength he had was like, in comparison to everyone else, like, he is the one dude that I'm like, yeah, he probably could have soloed that girl. Like that's wild. Like how he was like, how strong he get. Cause like, you know, in the beginning I just kind of figured he was just gonna be like our rival for a little while until we eventually just defeat him and go on to bigger, better things. But he just kept getting stronger. Like, he kept finding new limits to his power. And it was like every time we faced him, he was like ridiculously more powerful than he was the last time. And it's like, dude, like, I mean, it fits his character as somebody who only found the spark of life or the joy in life in combat. Like, that was his reason for living, was the spark of combat. But good lord, dude, like, just his sheer desire for the spark of combat made him stronger than anything else we ever faced. Like, wow, because like you see all these other characters that have like these strong reasons for fighting or for doing what they do, and even though it does give them lots of power, nothing matched Xenos. Like, nothing matched Xenos, man. Like, that was wild. Like, how the desire to fight could be so strong with somebody that no matter what enemy you face, whenever you come across Xenos, he's always more powerful than that thing you fought. Like, you know, if you fight a primal, Xenos is way more powerful than a primal. You fight Meteon, Xenos is like, he's wondering why the thing ain't dead yet. He's like, so this is your prey. Why ain't it dead yet? Like, don't tell me that this thing here is giving you troubles. You know, like, it's wild. It's wild how strong he is. Considering his motives are so very simple. But we did it, guys. We finished Endwalker. That Gaius! That Gaius! Yeah, boy, Xenos was dope. He was a cool ass character. it was kind of cool how they brought together, you know, Medion's story at the end. I didn't really think we would end up killing her, at least like straight out. I kind of figured they weren't gonna let that kind of a character die like that. They were gonna probably give her a way of like going out a little bit less violent, considering, you know, she was like a child at the end of the day. So like, you know, I think they weren't gonna, you know, I don't think they were gonna make it a violent end to her. But I do like how they finally, you know, because again, man, like that I have to go back to that Xenos fight. Like, he was the big tease throughout the entire Shadowbringers, through all of them, through all the expansions. Like, Xenos was the big tease, man. Like, you knew there was going to be at one point in time when you were going to fight the dude, but just because of the way his character was fleshed out, you wanted it to be a 1v1. You did not want it to be a thing where you and the whole party had to fight him. It was one of those things where I was hoping, I was like, please let it be a 1v1, because the way this guy is set up to be, for one, the other party members just don't stand a chance against that kind of power, for one. And then two, it was like a weird form of like honor for him, in the sense that he found kinship in us specifically, you know. And so it was like damn, man, like, yeah, we really need to have a 1v1 with him, cause
Dearest Mother, dearest Father, this letter will be the very last that I write to you from the Rising Stones. As I commit these words to parchment, I fondly recall my journey as a scion. From the time I first walked into the Order's former halls, to the time I set forth to forestall the final days. At the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, we fought the battle of our lives. Fought against despair itself. A veritable maelstrom of it, fed by the resignation that dwelled in the hearts of beings not so unlike ourselves. Full oft have I harbored the same malaise. Have I been brought to my knees, crushed by the weight of sorrow and defeat, convinced that I will never rise again. However, I have also known many moments of unbridled joy and happiness. By this truth do I find hope within, blooming resplendent, like the Elpis flower. And thus do I endure. Do I look forward to creating more memories with my friends and loved ones. For from these fertile seeds, yet more hope shall spring forth. And they will grow to become shining lights that illuminate the dark. Thus believing, I leave the rising stones behind, as will my comrades. For, as we have decided, after careful deliberation, we are disbanding the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
There you are, Alphino. Everyone is already gathered in the foyer.
My apologies. I'll be right there. At least, that is what the story will be. Sorry to keep you all waiting.
What could you possibly have left to do now?
Oh, just a letter.
I imagine it will be a while before we can gather like this again.
So it must be, if we're to keep up appearances. From now on, it falls to the Grand Company of Eorzea and its allies to deal with the realm's crises.
Meanwhile, we shall return to our erstwhile ways. retreating from plain sight to take our place in the shadows once more.
Indeed. For the foreseeable future, I expect that we must work independently as we seek out problems that want for solving. But a day will come when we face another great challenge, and we will face it together, as we always have.
As much as I look forward to that day, I do hope it doesn't come anytime soon.
Well, formal association or no, if any of you should require my services, you need but ask. I'll be glad to keep my lance arm honed.
I'll hold you to that. So you had better keep your link pearl on hand.
So you really mean to stay, Tataru?
Oh, someone has to keep the Rising Stones in proper order. And even a super-secret organization requires a super-secret base of operations. To the rest of the world, it will be naught more than a workshop for Eorzea's foremost up-and-coming artisan. If you thought our coffers were full to bursting before, just wait till I can devote myself wholly to the crafts.
Plotting to build a mercantile empire to rival that of Lord Lodorito, are we?
I, for one, look forward to your future successes, Tataru, as do I our next meeting.
And with that, I believe it is past time you all made ready to depart. Leave no preparations undone or words unsaid, all right? Now, off with you.
Ah, champion and savior. I was beginning to think my chance for an audience would never come. That sounded more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, I was worried about yours and the rest of you for that matter. On the men I trust? Glad to hear it. You were in a bad way, and healing magics or no, I'm impressed by how swiftly you recovered. Then again, this is hardly the first time you've cheated death. Your strength will never fail to astonish me. Look at what you've accomplished. Medion defeated, her Song of Oblivion cut short, the source and all her reflections delivered from the final days. If you had faltered at the last, then all hope would have been lost, but you held fast. Now Irene has a tomorrow to look forward to, and I could ask for no greater gift than that. As for a lesser gift, however, the next time you see her, I would appreciate you not describing my travel plans with Urianger as aimless wandering. We have a purpose in our roaming, after all. Keeping an eye on things in the absence of the Scions is on the world stage. There'll never be an end to the little problems that go unattended by nations. We will do our best to help out where and when we can. Which I suppose is an approach not far removed from aimless wandering when you get down to it. Perhaps you could tell I am faring well, and leave it at that, eh? No need to mention this feeling of being uprooted. I've never been one to stand still for too long, but when I think of home, 'tis the rising stones which comes to mind. How many times we've set out from this base, thence to return when our work was done. On the day the Scions came together, I only hoped for Minfilia to find a place where she belonged, but never did I expect to find one here for myself. Indulge me, Amon, I have a question for you. And I imagine Minfilia herself is asking. Are you glad you joined the Scions? Best decision I ever made. I can honestly say the same. But all good things must come to an end, at least for a time. Should you need a helping hand for infiltration or reconnaissance, you know who to ask. I'll come running, and you'll likely get a certain funny-talking fortune teller into the bargain. If you have something to say, then out with it. just hard, stern stares. Hard, stern stares. Just worry how you earn your keep now. You talk as if the Scion's disillusion was more than a mere pretense. There may be fewer calls to action, but we should be compensated as before. Why are you so concerned for me anyway? In any case, I do not want for options, even if some are worse than others. No sooner did Amon-Rellik hear about our disbandment than he offered me a position as a guardsman in the Imperium district. As a former Azure Dragoon, I'm guaranteed to be popular, he said. Who does he think take me for? Even without his meddling, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment, and have. Some days ago, a Hannish envoy arrived with word from Vitra. The one requests my presence as soon as things have settled here. He didn't deign to mention why I'm needed, but it pertains to dragons, like as not. In Thavnir, like elsewhere, the phenomenon caused by the final days abated when you defeated Meteon. Though it was too late for those who had already transformed, life is beginning to return to normal for the survivors. For those who sought refuge in Sharlayan, most have already returned home. But many do not have a home to return to, nor loved ones. By an arrangement between Vitra and the Forum, such souls may remain in Sharlayan if they wish to work and study. Vitra was always the satrap in truth. It's gratifying to see him become one in name as well. One who has the complete confidence of his people, if the envoy's tone was any indication. I often find myself speaking favorably of dragons of late. Not so long ago I would have assumed his benevolence hid ulterior motives. But 'tis clear he cares for his people, and they in return revere him. To know such a nation may flourish is comforting. Vitra's kin sought release from conflict. So worried were they from day of the suffering it wrought, they surrendered to oblivion. But Midgardsormr did not give up. In hope, he made the journey to distant Aetheris with his clutch of eggs. And though his progeny went on to be embroiled in conflict with men, there were times when the transcended hatred to abide in harmony. That is their legacy and their triumph. In my lands, I feel the weight of their struggle and the strength of their resolve, and it lends me strength. These things I might never have learned had I not joined you. Should you ever have need of me, I will come. At the very least, it might be an opportunity to earn coin. Urianger. Thou hast spoken with our comrades. Though this parting be not forevermore, 'tis nonetheless occasion for sorrow, akin to a pixie's path. The navigation of such farewells is a perilous endeavor indeed. For their part, however, the Loporrits embark on a new beginning. Though bereft of its purpose as a vessel, the moon yet remaineth hospitable for the creatures of Aetheris. Thus do our lunar visitors convene at the forum, intent upon assigning some new and beneficial role to our solitary satellite. Yet ere that may come to pass, there is much more each party must learn of the other, a process which doth promise to be eventful indeed. To that end, a cadre of Loporrits has gleefully dispersed across our lands in the name of mutual understanding. Hydaelyn, 'tis said, did imbue them with her love for all things born of the star. And 'tis Venat's own nature, I believe, that doth manifest in this irrepressible, inexhaustible curiosity of theirs. Having witnessed that which they strove to achieve, I wish most keenly for their long labors to be rewarded, that their abiding affection for man result in a boon for all. Moreover, I hope to continue our acquaintance and share in such knowledge as they see fit to impart. I did not wish to presume. I would be honored should they consider me a friend. For 'tis certainly true that I have grown fond of their company. But I shall digress no further. This day should belong to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, to mine incomparable companions. Oft times hath mine reticence caused thee grief, and mine actions spurred allies to suspect betrayal. And yet here amongst you I still stand. No amount of words could express my gratitude for thine acceptance and forgiveness. Thus instead, I do proffer my humble support. Be it unto the deepest abyss or the highest heavens, even if I must needs founder across stormy seas. Ever shall I answer thy summons. How are you feeling? Any lingering aches or pains? I can't apologize enough for sending Xenos to find you in Omathul. When he came to me in Charlotte, I was truly torn. As ever, there was only one thing on his mind. Forced to make a decision, I reasoned that if he would not be deterred from seeking you out, he might at least aid us in our cause, and so I struck a bargain. In the end, he was true to his word, and you defeated him despite your earlier exertions. But knowing the state you were found in, it could have ended very differently. My decision almost cost you your life, and no words could express the remorse I feel. It's okay, you did the right thing, girl. You let me get my 1v1 in. You let me get my 1v1. It was a relief to hear you say that. Thank you. Time and time again, I've been made to feel woefully inadequate. I wasn't much in battle, nor could I face the forum without my nerves getting the better of me. But it always fell to you and the others. I must and will do better. And I shall begin with the restoration of the students of Baldesion. Through our work, Charlian will strengthen its ties with other nations, and we shall be better prepared to face whatever threats arise in the future. Of course, this isn't something I can accomplish alone, but thankfully, I have the staunchest help in Raha and Ojika, and our other remaining members. Together, we'll continue Grandfather's work. As before, certain commissions will take us to dangerous locales, and we may need to call upon seasoned adventurers. In such times, might you be willing to assist us? Not because you feel obliged, mind you, but because you feel allured for the task itself. Marvelous. Should something of interest arise, I shan't hesitate to reach out to you. Until that day, I shall endeavor to become a more dependable comrade. Graha! Amon, might you have a moment to talk? With the Scion stepped away from the public eye, I have been left to consider what new endeavors I might pursue. After speaking with Cryo, I've decided I will be assisting her in rebuilding the students of Baldesia. Not only am I indebted to Master Galuf for giving me a new home, but had our order never existed, I would have never set foot within the Crystal Tower. How different my life would have been. I would have never met you, never become caretaker of the tower, never become a Scion. You gave me the chance to do so much good, and I hope to continue to do so with the students. For added benefit, new mysteries often find their way to our doorsteps. Mysteries that could prove ideal for fulfilling our promise to embark on a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. Whenever you have the time and inclination, my friend, I stand ready to accompany you unto the unknown. Do you recall in the realm of the Omicrons when I asked you if you thought I might someday be mentioned in your epic? While it is true that to earn a place at your side would be the stuff of dreams, in the end, nothing would give me greater joy than to stand with you in the here and now. It needn't be some grand adventure. There needn't be the promise. Whenever adventure calls, I won't hesitate to invite you, and hope that you will do the same for me. You cool, Graha. You know I'll call on your homie. Yeah, you know I gotta get the boys together. I'll hold you to that. As much as we have already seen, there's still so much we haven't. Who knows? Perhaps we will even encounter survivors of the Omicron somewhere out there. After all, given how they took to the stars, it isn't implausible that some found themselves far from home. And should we encounter a wayward traveler awaiting commands that will never come? I would bid them seek adventure with someone, and with that partner find a new purpose, a new dream. For if crystals can hold fast to dreams, why not Omicrons? Whenever your plans may lead, do not hesitate to send word. And should a commission of interest come my way, you will be the first to know. Pray forgive me for delaying the gathering. I was writing a letter, you see, to my parents. As busy as Father has been tending the aftermath of the Exodus, he has been good enough to show concern for the Scions. And besides, I've made them worry enough for a lifetime. Henceforth, I will endeavor to write as often as I am able. A little effort to set their minds at ease while we continue to be away from Shalin. Both Alisai and I are off to assist with Garlemald's recovery, you see. Though uncertainty remains over what will become of the nation, we cannot leave the capital in its present state. We will rejoin those members of the Ilzabar contingent still stationed there. Lucia and Maxima helm the relief effort with support from our allies, the people of Garlemald among them. They will gradually be joined by those who have finished treating the temperate across the lands. Lest you misunderstand, we do not seek redemption for failing Lucinia and her sister. That is a burden we must always bear. Nay, we go because the truth in Lord Quintus's words. The truth that whatever ideals individuals may espouse, nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. For the foreseeable future, the fallen empire will be at the mercy of both internal and external forces. And though I do not doubt the intentions of the contingent, with greater powers involved in the relief effort, our allies may well find themselves drawn into a political agenda. In going, we seek to ensure that the needs of the people come first, to understand their hearts, that we might better help them to begin anew. I'll visit when I can. By all means, full glad would I be for your visit, and I believe I speak for Alisai as well. For fairly as long as I've been in Eorzea, you've been at my side, watching over me in good times and in bad. How many times have we gathered to share tidings? None could possibly keep count. The world is changing and will continue to do so. Yet no matter what the future brings, I hope I can ever look to you, in good times and bad, as a dependable comrade and dear friend both. Thank you, Amon, from the bottom of my heart. Palisade! Amon, seen to your preparations, have you? I'm just making another soup of my belongings. Wouldn't do to find I've forgotten something halfway through my destination. Oh, in case you hadn't heard, we received reports detailing the devastation caused by the final days. It appears the situation is gravest in the lands surrounding the bounty, where the sky first began to burn. After that, the calamity was observed in the far north, and Garlemald in the frozen lands beyond. It also had reports of the heavens catching fire in isolated locations, one in which was an area in the northern empty. Had our quest taken any longer, Sharlayan too would have come under threat. Thank goodness it's over now. To be sure, blasphemies and lesser beasts may still be roaming about, but these localized crises should be well within the capabilities of each nation to handle on their own. The Scions are no longer needed. Which isn't to say that we won't help out where we can, of course. As individuals, no more of this order business. For my part, I'll be heading to Garlemald with Alphino. They were among the worst affected and still need all the help they can get. It won't be easy. An inevitable part of aiding those in need is coming face to face with tragedy. Knowing it doesn't make it any easier, though. That I'll curse my weakness, my inability to fix every problem and save every lost soul. But no matter how much it hurts, I won't give up. I'll do what I can for as many people as I can, begrudging no effort. And should I find myself discouraged, I'll remember you. Think back fondly to one of our many moments of triumph and the accompanying determined expression. Even those that still annoy me in retrospect, like when you activated the teleporter without warning. And should you hear about me, I want you to remember too. Remember that I'm out there somewhere, trying my very best. I look forward to hearing all about the legendary Alisei Livier. Not that I'm trying to become famous or anything. That being said, the next time you meet, I'll be vastly improved. So don't be surprised when you find yourself marveling at me. And you know we gotta save the best for last, baby. We gotta save the best for last. The wife of all wives. Well, we gotta talk to Ishtola. Are we saying our farewells too? I hadn't at present planned on a journey of any great length. Not that I am averse to a moment or two of quiet reminiscence. In fact, there was something I'd been meaning to ask you. Something that had been on my thoughts since the last flames of the final day subsided. During our travels, we have witnessed more than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles. More than can easily be recalled or remembered. And nestled amongst those memories are certain essential facts. The history of Aetheris and the ancients, glimpses of the Aya, of their culture and philosophy. Rather than simply hoard such treasures in my mind, I wonder if I should not be disseminating them in formal records for wider consumption. When needed, I have penned reports and prepared briefings, but ever have I balked at the idea of binding the subject of my studies in a book or tablet. Truth is given shape in our interpretation. When we seek to capture it with our own words, it is inevitably molded to fit a narrative, no matter how well-intentioned the rendering. An event is described as sad, a summation which falls to express the emotional complexity, yet the word on the page is what endures, a pale shadow of reality. Throughout history, some have deliberately embellished the truth, but I believe many, if not most, deviations are the result of similar linguistic shortcomings, piling one upon the other until the end result is unrecognizable from its origin. Which is why I fear that writing an account in my own words will be akin to diluting the fine wine with water. Yet even with the potential of corrupted meaning, I do of course realize the importance of keeping written records. Without them, my search for wisdom would be a painful affair indeed. But what do you say on this matter? Should I take up the quill, reflect upon those experiences only we have shared, and seek to preserve them for posterity? Let them be read and remembered. Emmett Silk said, "Remember us." Very well then, I shall endeavor to pen what I can of the air and the ancients, and of so many other wonders. But I am no scribe. It will be less a polished work and more a reordering of scattered notes. In any case, I feel much better for having sought your opinion. Left to our own devices, we tend to overthink such things. I will otherwise return to following where my curiosity leads. After all, a safe method of travel to the first yet eludes me, and our venture into the great expanse has prompted an entire new set of questions. Should you stumble into the unknown or struggle with some impenetrable mystery, know that I am at your beck and call. It never hurts to see things from a different perspective, and mine is rather different than most. Spoken your fill, have you? If so, I'm thinking to send everyone off. With your permission, then. Your attention, please. At risk of spoiling the mood, the time of departure is upon us. In my capacity as a receptionist, I bid you safe journeys. Till next we meet, be well. The falls below. Wind up the Royce. Argos.
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then. Though we ought to speak with Lord Emmerich first. If he's received word of any recent developments, we need to know.
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
Where will you all be heading next?
Dravania, there is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library. And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Charlia before we set off.
We had thought to ask after the Loporrits. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Might we accompany you then? Raha and I were planning to return to the Baldessian Annex.
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
Estinian, you will return to Radzat Han, will you not?
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not stay long.
I see. Then it is here the Scions at last part ways, each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number, a rather important one at that, has yet to divulge his plans.
Quite right.
Indeed.
Fair point.
So, what's next for our humble adventurer?
The constancy of this place never ceases to amaze me. An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal. And yet, something stirs. Yes. Steeped in darkness, deep as starless night. The beast hungers. Alas, I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as he foretold. We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium. Oh, the sights we shall see. The sights we shall see.
We did it, folks. We made it. We have completed Endwalker. Now there's just getting ourselves geared up and ready to tackle the post story stuff, and then going into I think we have some post story stuff. Yeah, I think we got some post story stuff that's gonna be I think we got some post Endwalker stuff. I think this is all. Yeah, we're all done here. So just post Endwalker stuff, and I'll probably do that one in like either video format. I think I might do those in video format. If not, there'll be another stream for the post Endwalker, and then of course we'll be trying to again gear ourselves up and get ready for Dawn Trail. But we have officially did it. We have made it to the end of Endwalker, and we've done some straight God mode in this damn episode. We did some straight God mode. Thanks guys for hanging out. Thanks for watching. I'm Amon-Rellik the God Slayer. We are out of here.